Toddlerhood is challenging enough. Potty training does not have to be. June is Potty Training Awareness Month, and I spoke with an expert how to help you to navigate the process. What are the signs that your child will show you, or how do you know when you're ready to potty train your child? Because this is a big deal.
It is a big deal, yeah. And potty training is kind of all about developmental readiness. So it's not necessarily about a specific age because they'll be ready at different ages for different kids. So the first things that we like to look for are things that aren't necessarily specific to potty training, but we do want them to have a good grasp on like their gross motor skills. So things like sitting, standing, walking, so that they can access the potty safely. And then we also need a decent level of communication skills present as well, so they can communicate their needs to us in some way. They don't have to be talking words yet, but signs, gestures, those kinds of things are helpful to have in place before starting. And then it's also good to see them staying dry for longer periods throughout the day, which is a good sign that their bodies are becoming biologically ready for the process. And you might see some other little signs too that not every kid exhibits, but most kids kind of start showing an interest in the bathroom, or they might have some more awareness about their body by asking for a diaper when theirs is wet or dirty, you know, things like that. So those are some things that would indicate a good sign to, a good time to start.
Do you recommend putting a diaper on at night, or just kind of getting rid of them?
Yeah, I know that's a big question a lot of parents have, and actually most parents will probably wait to do the nighttime process later, but actually many kids are ready to sleep without diapers before we realize it. And there's a lot of research out there that actually shows that the sooner that you stop with the nighttime diapers, the sooner they will stay dry overnight. So the diapers can kind of, you know, there is a relation there. They might kind of be hindering the process a little bit. So I like to recommend checking your kiddo's diaper before they wake up in the morning, so a few minutes before they wake up in the morning, to see how wet it is at that point. You might be pleasantly surprised to find that they've been dry most of the night and they're just wetting it as soon as they start waking up in the morning. So that could be a good time to start it and send that clear message across the board and get rid of those diapers right off the bat.
There are so many different types of potties. Are there any specific you recommend, or is it kind of child preference?
I'm happy as long as they're using a potty. So
yes.
As a professional, I don't necessarily have one specific preference, but there are some good options that you can use. So like a floor potty like this one is really nice because it's nice and simple. It's low to the ground so your child can access it safely. And it's white. It kind of resembles the toilet, so it makes that transition easier later on. It's kind of clear what it's for. It's not super bright and colorful with, you know, a lot of stuff happening.
Something.
Exactly, yeah. It's got a clear purpose, and it's easy to clean, which is nice for parents too.
Yes, just take this part out and dump it.
Exactly, yep, dump and rinse.
And then this is a different type?
And then this is like a potty ring or a seat insert, which you might put directly on top of the regular toilet. So this is good exposure to have too, because they're not going to have small floor potties everywhere you go. Eventually your child's going to have to know how to use the regular toilet. So something like this, which has a little padded ring on top and some handles for support, can help them to feel comfortable getting adjusted on the big toilet. Just always make sure you use a step stool with this one too, so you have some foot support and safety there. And then once you're ready to kind of take the show on the road, you can use a little travel potty like this one, which is nice because it has the legs that fold out or they collapse, so that you can just kind of toss this in your diaper bag for easy pottying on the go.
All right, good tips for parents.
Yes, definitely. Lots of people need all the tips, advice, everything, because it has definitely been challenging for me so far.
Sounds hard.